You're watching Fox Kids Club 25 on KOKH, Oklahoma City.
Hey kids, it's time for the Camp Kids Club 25 show. A half hour of fun and excitement with your host, Ranger Roger.
Salute and welcome to Camp Kids Club 25. So glad you joined us today because we're going to have a really fun show. We're going to have more boys and girls than you can shake a stick at, and that's a lot. And we're going to have some special guests, plus our craft counselor, and we're going to learn about recycling in space, all kinds of neat things. But, of course, the boys and girls. But our special guest today will be Kathy Yeager and Jeff Roberts from KMGL Magic 104.1 to talk to us about careers in broadcasting and radio. That'll be really interesting, and you might be interested when you grow up one of these days to be an air personality and to work in broadcasting. That'd be fun. Plus, we're going to visit with our craft counselor, Michelle Hanks from Michaels, and we're going to make a fun craft called string eggs. Now, what you want to do is get all your crafts together, and you'll need some thick string, some fabric stiffener, balloons, Easter grass, ribbon and lace, some tacky glue, some glitter, large plastic bag, some scissors, and some decorations of your choice. Get all that stuff together, and then a little later in the show, you can help Michelle or help yourself make a craft with Michelle, and I just kind of stand there and look like I'm having fun, which I am. And so we're going to do that. Plus, we're going to learn about recycling, but somewhere that you probably haven't thought of, in space. That's right. We're going to take a trip to NASA and learn about recycling in space. It's going to be a fun show, so I'm glad you came along to stick around. And by golly, here they come. Look at all these boys and girls. Hi, how you doing? Step right up and turn around right here so everybody can see you. Hi, what's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, and how old are you, Daniel?
10.
10, and what's your favorite cartoon?
Eek.
Okay, thanks for coming on the show. And next we have?
PJ.
And how old are you, PJ?
8.
8, and what's your favorite cartoon?
Ranger Roger.
Hey, all right. Well, thank you very much. Okay. And next we have?
Davin.
And how old are you?
8.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
X-Men.
All right, X-Men. And the next we have?
Clarence.
And how old are you?
10.
And what's your favorite cartoon? Do you have one?
Power Rangers.
All right, Power Rangers. Next we have?
Chase.
And how old are you, Chase?
6.
6. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Power Rangers.
All right, next we have?
Amanda.
And hi, Amanda. How old are you?
9.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
All right. Ooh, Goosebumps. That's scary. I like that. Hi, what's your name?
Tanner.
And how old are you?
9.
9. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
All right. Thanks for being on the show. Next we have?
Josh.
Josh, how old are you, Josh?
11.
11. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Well, good show. And next we have?
Nicholas.
Nicholas, how old are you, Nicholas?
8.
8. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Animaniacs.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show. And next we have?
Michael.
Michael, how old are you, Michael?
8.
8. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Bobby's World.
Bobby's World. Okay. I kind of look like Uncle Ted, don't I? Oh. Hi, what's your name?
Matt.
Matt. How old are you, Matt?
8.
8. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
All right. Thanks for being on the show. Goosebumps is a good show. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, how old are you, Matthew?
9.
9. What's your favorite program?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Okay, they like those scary shows. Hi, what's your name?
David.
David, how old are you, David?
9.
9. What's your favorite cartoon?
Eek.
Okay. I hope he wasn't scared. Hi, what's your name?
Justin.
And how old are you, Justin?
10.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
Okay, well, thanks for being on the show. Next we have?
Cross.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
X-Men.
Okay, thanks for being on the show. And next we have?
Larry.
Larry, how old are you, Larry?
7.
What's your favorite cartoon?
Rugrats.
All right, next we have?
Andrew.
Andrew, how old are you, Andrew?
9.
9. What's your favorite cartoon?
Fresh Prince.
Okay, and next we have this young man. Hi, what's your name?
John.
John, how old are you, John?
7.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
All right, thanks for being on the show. Next we have?
Josh.
Josh, how old are you, Josh?
7.
7. What's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
Okay, thanks for being on the show. Next we have?
Keith.
Keith, how old are you, Keith?
8.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Eek.
All right. Hi, what's your name?
Dean.
Here, let's turn around so everybody can see you. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Looney Tunes.
Okay, well, thanks for being on the show. And next we have
Andrew.
Andrew. How old are you, Andrew?
7.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
All right, thanks for being on the show. Next we have,
Zach.
and how old are you?
8.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
Okay, thanks for being on the show. Next we have
Chris.
Chris. How old are you, Chris?
9.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. All right. And hi, what's your name?
Brett.
And what's your name? What's your name? Oh, how old are you?
9.
What's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
Okay, thanks for being on the show. Next we have,
Randall.
and how old are you, Randall?
7.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Power Rangers.
All right, Power Rangers. Hi, what's your name?
Robert.
Robert. How old are you, Robert?
8.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. And next we have,
Patrick.
and how old are you, Patrick?
8.
8. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Okay, next we have,
Layton.
and how old are you?
7.
7. What's your favorite cartoon?
Goosebumps.
Okay, and last but not least we have, what's your name?
Laura.
And how old are you?
7.
And what's your favorite cartoon?
Eek.
Okay, well, don't go away because we're going to have more fun coming up right here on Camp Kids Club 25. Stick around.
Here's our kids' fact on people around the world. In France, children celebrate their name day, a saint's feast day, instead of their birthday.
Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas are coming down in pairs. Bananas in pajamas are chasing teddy bears. 'Cause on Tuesdays they all try to catch them unawares.
Bananas in pajamas have lots and lots of great things to do that are bunches of fun.
Bananas in pajamas, bananas in pajamas, bananas in pajamas.
From Tommy.
Is your school lunch making you sick? Is your little brother or sister driving you absolutely crazy?
Gotcha.
Then we've got just the thing for you. The Haunted Mask, the first video based on the best-selling Goosebumps books by R.L. Stine.
Cool, huh?
The Haunted Mask is all the fun and creepiness of a great Goosebumps story come to life. The Haunted Mask from Fox Video.
To win your Goosebumps video, send your name, address, and phone number to Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask, P.O. Box 14925, Oklahoma City 73113.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle bear, sha-la-la. Catch falling stars in the cool night air, sha-la-la. When we kiss like Eskimos, I can see your love light glow.
You drink all your magic sparkle bottle.
Twinkle brightly like a charm, you're happiest in my arms.
Where do you find love like Twinkle Bears?
Walmart. Only at Walmart.
Bring it to the expert at the Matchbox Service Center.
So I drive him for a brake test.
He flunked.
He fixed a few dents.
What a wreck!
I check out the left, then it's up to the shop and I check out my bill.
Whoa! Service with a smile. Super service, super fast at the Matchbox Service Center.
Fill her up.
Now take it to the car wash. Wet it down with real jets of water. Take it through the scrubber. Then spin it dry. Cars, car wash, and service center sold separately. Some assembly required. From Matchbox.
Here's a kids' fact on people around the world. In Australia, pancakes are served at dinner rather than breakfast.
And welcome back to Camp Kids Club 25. And today we have very special guests to talk with us about broadcasting careers in radio. We have Kathy Yeager and Jeff Roberts. Let's give them a big hand.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you guys on Camp Kids Club 25.
This is so much fun,
And,
too.
well, it's a pleasure to have you. And, of course, radio is really interesting because you hear it in your cars and at home and, you know, just about anywhere you go. What's it like being in radio?
Well, for instance, to see our audience, this is very exciting, but just to know, and unusual for us, because we get to be there and we get to talk to you, we get to be around you, but we don't get to see you all the time. So this is great to see everybody, and y'all should give yourself a big round of applause because you're wonderful.
Hey, aren't they? How about that? A good bunch of, we got scouts and girls and all kinds of stuff.
do.
But what kind of education do you have to get into broadcasting? Do you have to go to college and all that stuff? Education's always important.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what we usually tell everybody is that a good education is where it starts. Make sure you go to college and take all the courses that you need. need in all the high schools and everything. But what also helps is just starting someplace and starting the ground floor, maybe emptying the trash or whatever, just getting around, and then you start on the bottom and you work your way up, and it's a lot of fun.
And you meet so many people when you do that. When you're in school, you get to meet a lot of people. And then at the same time, when you start to work in different businesses, maybe you don't start out like a DJ or suddenly become Ranger Roger overnight, but you work your way up, just like Jeff said. And then one day, you get to sit here and talk about what you do for a living. And it's the coolest thing in the world. So I hope that if you're interested in that, maybe you like music, or maybe just think about talking on the radio every once in a while, or maybe interviewing people, well, then you pursue it. You think about it and set a goal and you go for it.
Hey, that's a good idea, good advice. And of course, radio has been more women-oriented now. It used to 15 years or so ago, it was only men, and now you hear a lot of women. Has that really changed a lot?
It's kind of neat because I guess it started basically in TV when you see Barbara Walters and people like that. You know, I guess you might agree. But then in radio, the trend has started, and though you don't see it still a lot, well, we're here, and we're here to stay. So, girls, I know there's girls. Let me hear the girls applaud right now. Come on, there's a few of us here.
A couple
okay,
girls there. Yeah.
I'm challenging you that if you're interested in this, I want to see you in a few years doing the same thing, but only better.
Yeah, you can do that, and of course you can learn about broadcasting in college. A lot of them have small radio stations, and then there's some like broadcasting schools and things like that. Do you recommend those possibly?
I think we've had a few people come work for us that have had some background in the broadcasting schools. I know, for instance, just in the various colleges, they offer more now than ever opportunities to, I guess, get some experience in just the regular college realm, but they have like broadcast production facilities that they never had a few years ago. So to get experience, sometimes just being there and trying, that's all you have to do.
So if a young woman or a young man out there is thinking about radio, what kind of classes would you recommend in high school or junior high? Maybe speech or drama?
Drama, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And they have communications classes now in different ways. And you know what's another good thing is sometimes to learn computers. And the reason why computers is now a big thing, a lot of times, like for us, you know, a lot of our music and things now, and maybe you're interested more in the news end of it, it all comes through computer now. So if you learn a little bit of that, and then you also are getting the communication side of it, then it'll all just kind of slide like a big puzzle piece. It'll just fit together nicely.
So just about anything you learn about can be utilized in the broadcasting field.
Exactly.
Learning how to talk, the correct pronunciations and all that stuff.
And not too many ums.
Yeah, and just to learn your name sometimes is a tough one.
Yeah, really.
And I remember when I was a kid, that was a long time ago, the disc jockeys used to talk like this, and now it's time for... Do they still do that? Is it more personal?
Well, I do, but nobody else does.
No. I think the coolest thing in the world is just to feel like you've got a good friend listening. Don't you like to listen to the radio and feel like your friend is in the radio with you and playing your favorite kind of music? That's what we do.
All right. And, of course, you guys do a lot of remotes and meet people.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be working together soon.
We've got something coming up.
Yeah, it's right. It's a summer season celebration, and it's from 10 to 2 on April 6th. And, of course, Ranger Roger, you're going to be out there.
Yay.
That's right.
We're going to be
at the
out
Oklahoma
there.
City Zoo. And the Aquaticus, have you guys seen Aquaticus?
How cool is that?
It is so cool, and it's our 10th anniversary. Can you imagine? It's been here 10 years. So it's from 10 to 2 at the summer season celebration, April 6th. That's
Make sure you
Saturday.
get that in there, right?
You bet.
April
It'll be
6th.
a lot of fun.
April 6th.
So, well, hey, let's give our personalities a big hand today. Kathy Yeager and Jeff Roberts. It's a pleasure to have you guys, and it's a pleasure to listen to you, and I know they'll be listening to you, and we got more coming up. I hope you guys can stay around for the craft, plus other things right here on Camp Kids Club 25. Stick around.
Here's our Kids Fact on people around the world. In most parts of Asia, it is taboo to touch people's heads, especially those of children.
Bring it to the expert at the Matchbox Service Center.
So I drive him for a brake test.
He flunked.
He fixed a few dents.
What a wreck!
I check out the left, then it's up to the shop and I check out my bill.
Whoa! Service with a smile. Super service, super fast at the Matchbox Service Center.
Fill her up.
Now take it to the car wash. Wet it down with real jets of water. Take it through the scrubber. Then spin it dry. Cars, car wash, and service center sold separately. Some assembly required. From Matchbox.
Get ready to erupt into rage. Primal rage. But be warned, these aren't your typical dinos. They're hellacious hybrids that don't just kick butt, they slam it, crush it, rip it, and trash it. Now, the rage is in your hands. Primal Rage, fearsome new action figures from Playmates.
The State Fair of Oklahoma presents the 3rd annual Spring Fair, March 19th through the 24th, with plenty of carnival fun to be found, including a little partner land located in the Travel and Transportation Building. This is a special area made just for kids or the young at heart. Come enjoy all of your favorite kiddie rides inside where it's nice and warm. Save money with a special $9 pay one price unlimited ride armband for Little Partner Land on Saturday, March 23rd. Don't miss the fun and excitement. Brought to you by KOKH, Fox 25. Here's our kids' fact on people around the world. In many North African countries, children ride to school on donkeys.
And welcome back to Camp Kids Club 25. Now it's time for our craft counselor, Michelle Hanks from Michaels. Let's give her a big hand. Hey, all right. Good audience today.
Yes, we do. It's a really nice and big one.
So let me guess. We're going to make something to do with Easter.
You're right.
Hey.
You're pretty good at guessing.
Not as dumb as I look.
Okay, what we're going to make today are string eggs, and I've got a sample right here in front of me. And what you're going to need to make this is string, and we're going to need to make that string stiff by using something called fabric stiffener. So this is what our finished product's going to look like, but let me set this aside now, and I'm going to show you how you can make that.
Okay.
What you're going to need to do is take a plastic bag that's big enough for you to put your ball of string in, and then you're going to pour your stiffy or fabric stiffener into there. Now I'm not going to do it because it's kind of messy, but you'll pour it in there and then you'll work it in to your ball of string to get it saturated so that it'll be, you know, well soaked and everything. Then you're going to take and you're going to seal your bag, but you're going to leave an opening big enough for you to pull your string through. And by doing that, as you pull your string, it'll knock the excess stiffy and keep it in the bag, and it won't make quite a mess.
Okay.
Quite as much of a mess. But anyway, then you might want to take this and stick it in something like this, a container, and then your ball can just kind of roll around in the bag, but it won't go too far because it's contained in a container like this. Then what you're going to need to do is take a balloon, and depending on how big of an egg you want to make it is how big you'll blow your balloon up, because you can make these big or small. You can make them a really big one or a really small one. And once you have your balloon blown up, you're just going to take the string and either tie it or wrap it around the knot at the top of your balloon to make sure it's connected. And then you're just going to start taking the string and wrapping it around and around your balloon. And if you'll get a really good up and down string coverage on your balloon first and then start going every which way, it'll make your egg a little bit more sturdy. So you're going to go up and down, and once you have your whole balloon covered pretty good, then you can just start going every which way with your string, and then at the end you might go back up and down in a motion like that. And when it's done, when you're done doing that, it's going to look like this, and your egg will be covered. And you want to make it pretty thickly covered, because the thicker the string covers the balloon, the sturdier your project will be. If you don't put very much string on there, your project may be kind of flimsy and maybe you're able to dent it and destroy it a little bit better. So make it kind of thick, and that'll make it a little bit stronger like this one is right here.
Now, how long does it take to get that hard?
Well, it'll take, depending on humidity in the house, what you'll want to do is, depending on whether you want to leave it solid like this or if you want to sprinkle it with glitter, you're going to want to sprinkle it with glitter while it's still wet. So you'll sprinkle it with the glitter while it's still wet.
That way it'll be sparkly like that.
See how much difference that is?
Oh boy, that makes a big
difference. This one's sparkly looking, and then this one's just kind of plain. So it makes it really pretty if you add the glitter to it. Now what you'll want to do is take like a paper cup or something you can throw away, because the stiffy or the fabric stiffener, as it dries, will drip into the cup, and you might not want to put it in a cup that you used to drink in, because that would be in the bottom of it. So use something that you can throw away and just set your balloon with the string on it on your cup like this. And you're going to want it probably dry overnight. But the thing about this is the fabric stiffener will run down to the bottom, so even though the top part is dry, the bottom part will still be wet. So the next day, you're probably going to want to turn your balloon over, and then again, maybe let it dry overnight or most of the day. And then you want to make sure, and you check all the way around and make sure that the bottom and all the sides are really stiff and there's not any wet spots left.
So that's the hardest part?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So then after it's totally dry...
How do you get the balloon out?
I'm going to show you. You need to take a pen or something, and you'll pop the balloon through one of the holes. and it's kind of making a funny noise. I don't know if you can hear that. And it shrivels up like that. And what you're going to do next is we're going to cut an opening in our egg to put our decorations in. And I've got one I've started over here.
Just like magic.
Right, and you just cut the opening out. And
No pun.
Then I just need to finish cutting that. And once you get started, it's pretty easy, but you might need an adult to help you get started. Now this part that you cut out, you can glue it to the bottom, and that will help it make it where it's sturdy and it can stand up on its own. Once you get it this far, you can take lace and glue it around the edges, maybe put some Easter grass inside and put some ribbon and flowers around the edge and decorate it whatever, you know, real pretty. Right.
Eggs.
And you can take glitter carrots or little rabbits and stick them inside and make a neat little special egg to decorate with. And if you look over here on my left, here's some other ideas that you can do with it. You can make them a train out of the eggs, and a Peter Cottontail. And if you want to make these projects to help you out and you don't know how to make them, we do have project sheets that are free at Michael's that you can stop by and pick up, and it'll tell you how to make all of these projects. So it's free, and you can stop by and pick one of those up if you need some extra help with that.
Neat. So fun crafts you can do. Let's give her a big hand. Thanks, and don't go away. We've got more fun coming up right here on Camp Kids Club 25. Stick around. Oh, I got to do that.
Here's our kids fact on people around the world. In Brazil, kids do not have sleepovers.
Bring your parents into the enchanting world of Babe,
What is it, Mom?
That's a pig.
where the animals speak for themselves.
What are you?
You.
Pig. What are you?
I'm a you.
And where a little pig
Babe! Help us!
can go a long way.
Get out of here, you big buttheads!
MCA Universal Home Video presents Babe, nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture of the Year. Now available on video cassette.
Bumble around with the Bumble Ball toys. Bumble, bumble, bumble around. The Bumble Ball started it all. Wackiest, silliest ball in town. Bumbling up and down. Those Bumble buddies are ready to play. They'll bumble around with you all day. And the Bumble Bright is a real flash. Shines its light as it bumbles past. What a blast. Bumble around with the bumbling crowd. The Bumble Ball toys from Earl.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle bear, sha-la-la. Catch falling stars in the cool night air, sha-la-la. When we kiss like Eskimos, I can see your love light glow.
You drink all your magic sparkle bottle.
Twinkle brightly like a charm, you're happiest in my arms.
Where do you find love like Twinkle Bears?
Walmart! Only at Walmart!
X-Men on Fox Kids. It's more than TV. It's an experience. Let's dance. It's electrifying.
Totally cool.
Eye-opening. Look out! Skyrocketing.
You're fast.
Earth-shaking.
Wings rise.
Energizing. Nice shooting. Excitement awaits you on an incredible X-Men adventure. Saturday morning on
Fox Kids.
Here's our kids fact on people around the world. In New Zealand, chewing gum in public is considered impolite.
And welcome back to Camp Kids Club 25. You know, being a World Ranger is real important and learning to recycle. But you know what? Even out in space, they're learning to recycle. Let's find out how.
The course of this country's future in space has been set. Space Station Freedom in low Earth orbit. A permanent base on the lunar surface. And then, before the year 2020, a manned mission to Mars. Among many challenges to be met in achieving these goals is an efficient, reliable way to provide spacefaring crews with fresh air, clean water, and nutritious food. Carrying enough of these vital supplies on board would be costly and in many cases impossible, especially for lengthy missions. Seeking alternatives, researchers around the country, including a group at NASA's Kennedy Space Center, Florida, are developing a system where plants recycle air, water, and waste and provide food. Growing plants in a water-based nutrient solution eliminates the need to carry heavy soil into space. The work of Dr. Steve Schwarzkopf, an engineer at Lockheed in Sunnyvale, California, demonstrates how important it is to control the content of nutrient solutions. He's discovering that when tomatoes and lettuce are grown in the same solution, the lettuce doesn't fare so well.
What we do not know yet is whether this effect is caused by the tomatoes putting out some kind of a chemical into the nutrient solution through the roots, or whether it might be due to the fact that they're taking up some nutrient that the lettuce needs and just not letting the lettuce get it.
Researchers at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston are growing plants in soils similar to those on the lunar surface. Their test chamber allows them to work at reduced atmospheric pressures likely to be used in habitats on the Moon and Mars. The JSC team is also working to adapt physical-chemical systems from the Apollo and Shuttle programs to recycle onboard breathing air. Dr. Mark Kliss at NASA's Ames Research Center in Mountain View, California, is integrating other recycling subsystems into a facility called the Salad Machine. Air circulated through a growth chamber collects moisture released by leaves. This air is then drawn through an opening in the rear of the chamber and piped into a condenser, which removes the water. Preliminary analyses indicate this recovered water is drinkable.
This could now evolve into a different kind of system to where perhaps we could utilize gray water in the nutrient solution and then recover essentially potable drinking water.
Recycling in space, enlisting the expertise of scientists and engineers around the country to support life beyond Earth.
Hey, did you guys like that? All right. Well, I'm glad everybody liked that. It's fascinating to learn about space. And you know, maybe one of you guys here, or maybe one out there, might become an astronaut, be that one that goes to Mars someday. Wouldn't that be neat? Well, I want to thank our special guests for being on today's show, Kathy Yeager and Jeff Roberts for Magic 104, for being our special guests talking about careers in radio. That was real fascinating. Let's give them a big hand. Hey, all right. And we'd also like to thank Michelle, our craft counselor, Michelle Hanks, for coming out and doing a really fun craft. Let's give her a big hand. And of course, we always want to thank you for coming and being on the show every week right here on Fox Kids Club 25. And boy, what a great crowd. Give yourselves a big hand. All right. Boy, what a good job. Well, that's all for this week. I sure am glad you joined us. And join us again next time right here on Camp Kids Club 25. Bye! 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 Ranger Roger with another tip for World Rangers. Six-pack rings are harmful to animals. Before you throw one away, ask an adult to help you cut through each circle. A World Ranger. Ranger Roger here at the Oklahoma City Zoo. We're visiting Aquaticus with David Groh, and tell us about the exciting things going on here at Aquaticus.
Well, we're standing here in front of the Pacific Reef Tank. It's one of the largest aquariums in Oklahoma, and we have a variety of fish that you can come and see down here. The black and white ones that are swimming in front of us here are black and white pennant butterfly fish.
Wow, they're beautiful. A lot of neat things you can see here at Aquaticus, and it's your 10th anniversary here at the Oklahoma City Zoo. And to help celebrate it, they're having the summer season celebration here at the Oklahoma City Zoo, April the 6th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. All kinds of exciting things are going on. You can see Aquaticus, plus there's all kinds of activities, clowns, magicians, all kinds of neat things. And for the regular price of admission, the first 500 kids will receive a safari hat, cake while supply lasts, all kinds of fun activities. I'll be there. It'll be a lot of fun. Come and see Aquaticus at the summer season celebration at the Oklahoma City Zoo.